Guys, deluded Guna. Now, Jose Mourinho said he's willing to try two at the top. Obviously, signed Lukaku, and he's a big fan of Rashford. People said Rashford wouldn't play this time last year pre-season. People said Rashford would find it hard under Jose. He's probably made top 3 or 5 starts under Jose. And although he's had the hot and cold patches, he ended the season with a decent amount of goals. And yeah, he's still developing, and he looks bigger and stronger and faster and all of these things in pre-season. Now, he tried 3-5-2 against LA Galaxy. Don't really remember the scores of the game. It's not really relevant. I believe Rashford bagged. Lukaku had somewhat of a bit of a stinker. It doesn't mean anything. Of course, you're going to be rusty in pre-season. It's all about getting rid of the rustiness. And regardless of it, Lukaku's, unless something really bad happens at United, based on his CV that he's shown, when given a chance, he's bagging 20 plus goals. You'd like to think that's going to happen regardless. Jose somewhat offering confidence to Lukaku, saying he played better than some of the players who scored. I don't know if he believes that or not. But yeah, he tried a 3-5-2. That gives me a lot to talk about. Now, I keep saying, disclaimer, I don't know more than your club. I'd say if we're going to talk about 3-5-2, we need to talk about the defenders. In Arsenal's point of view, centre halves, you've got to want to be the play on the ball with 3 at the back. You've got to want the ball, because if you don't, midfielders can't get onto the ball and you just get pressed. There's been games when our defenders have shied away and we've paid for it as a result. And on top of that, if you was in a 2, like let's just say for argument's sake, nothing against Smalling, but for argument's sake, Smalling and Stones in a defensive 2, and provided there's 4 at the back. Let's just say Smalling's okay with the ball at his feet, but let's just say he's not. He doesn't want to play with the ball at his feet. He could shy away and let Stones, just give it to Stones. Let Stones be the one to bring it out the back. Let Stones be the one to try to ping one over the top. Let Stones be the one to call one of the midfielders. 3 at the back, you can't really do that because you get exposed very quickly, especially if you're on the right hand side and things like that. Now the 3 centre halves. Like I said, I don't know your club more than you, but from someone that has no real love or connection to United, I would say, of course, it's going to be Lindelof because he's great, and it's going to be Bailey because he's hard. And your third choice, because I'm based on form and he likes in Rojo. Now, I don't think Rojo can be decent backup. I think a club of United, especially a club under Fergie, of course, not everybody's been a world beater, but I don't believe Rojo has any place at that club. Yes, he can be okay and calm back up, and he had good form at the latter end of the season. Credit where it's due. But there's 2 times where there's times when he just looks nervous. He doesn't want the ball. He can be a bit irrational at times when worse comes to worse, and it's not someone that you really want at United. Now, whether they sign another centre half, there's actually reports of that, is remain to be seen. But yeah, they could play Smalling there, Jones there, who Jose likes. I'm sure Carrick has filled in at centre half on occasions. I'm not saying he's had a run there, but he's filled there on occasions, on the basis that he's an intelligent footballer. He's intelligent to know that I'm not as quick as I used to be. Let me just stay a couple yards. And his ball playing and leadership qualities. You'd like to think he could play in a back three for some games, and be in the middle of the back 3 and be protected, not be tested on the flanks or be skimmed and stuff. Like I said, he's an intelligent baller. I've said this same thing about Xhaka. I think Xhaka could step into that back 3, and not only that, it's somewhat a halfback. You in possession, you're a part of the back 3. Out of it, you can step into midfield. Busquets. Busquets, the best example of that, especially when Xavi and Iniesta were in their peak. You saw him step into defense, step into midfield. Mascherano, a different type of player. He's not as ball playing, and he was more defensively minded, but he would step into midfield to screen, and then step back to being a centre back. So there's options there. 2 at the top also gives Martial games. And yeah, there's the fullback spots as well, I suppose, if you really want to say it, because you can actually remove the case of fullbacks and make them wingers and have actual 3 at the back and a midfielder drop in to make it a 4 out of play. That presents game time to everybody. Everybody can fit into the side. More specifically to Lukaku and Rashford, however, Lukaku's an intelligent footballer. I know you have some twats saying he's not intelligent. His hold-up play does get critiqued a lot. People think it could be better, but let's just assume on the basis that he's big and physically strong, he could hold it up. Rashford could get onto it and do things. Rashford's more agile. He's going to run beyond the last man a bit more. He's going to pull into pockets and drag people out of position more. That can play to Lukaku's advantage, because if Rashford's doing that, Lukaku can get into little pockets of space, can drift unnoticed between centre halves, and continue scoring 20+ league goals that he's been doing for how many seasons. It does give me one for it is. You know what? If I was a United fan, there is 2 up front that could work. You know, I mean, you United fans, you noticed how you're used to Andy Cole. I mean, you love Andy Cole. Even fans that weren't even old enough to see Andy Cole are still looking on YouTube for him and Dwight York. You haven't seen a partnership since that. So yeah, I know you've had a mid free. Well, it's not even a trio, but yeah, well, it is a trio. What am I talking about? a trio with 4-3-3 with Rooney, Cristiano Ronaldo, and whoever it was. But yeah, this could be not the next best thing, but something you haven't seen in a while. So yeah, it gives you options. I also believe you look. I was gonna say Arsenal. United could play 4-4-2. They could play 3-5-2 like Jose's experimented with. Christmas tree, they've done it. And yeah, I believe 4-3-3 could be used as well. It's based on Jose. Jose's not the most expansive and things like that. He wants to have quick purpose to possession. If I relate it to Arsenal, like the game against Munich a couple years ago, when we knew we were going to concede possession and we needed to have purpose to our play and we won, that purpose, that intent, when we get the ball, we want to score and all of these things, that's perfect to Jose. You go bag the 1-2 goals in the first half in a 4-3-3, you then shut out the game, counter-attacking football. That is up Jose's street. Only he knows. Only United fans. You United fans know your club more than me, so you might yay or nay at what I'm saying. But yeah, that's just my opinion. To be honest with you, I think it's exciting times to be a United fan, barring something seriously wrong happening at United. You'd think Lukaku is going to get 20 league goals. He's done it. He's proved he can score goals for West Brom. He's shown it for a number of years at Everton. Rashford's a young player. He's very exciting. Martial, you give him a chance, he takes it. They've got Mata, who's going to be bagging goals regardless. There's a lot of options to be had. Like I always say, the more options, I keep relating it to Arsenal for obvious reasons, but the more options, the harder you have to play against. Someone like that is a cerebral assassin like Jose. Someone that is as calculated as Jose, as someone as, I don't want to say reactive, but he'll think about what his opponent's going to do, consider everything down to their dietary needs. More options makes it better, and it ultimately, of course, I don't want it to happen because I support Arsenal, but ultimately, it brings United closer to returning to the glory days. But not to waffle, guys. Delu Laguna, I'm signing out. Thank you for watching, man. Thank you.